Alright, this is my third gameplay video for Dungeoneer Vault of the Fiends. Now for the first video, I used 2 of the 6 hero cards. For game 2, I used 2 different hero cards. Now for game 3, I'm going to use the last 2 heroes that came in this set. Now I haven't looked yet, so let's see who they are together. We have Maluvius. This is a Drakan Sentinel. That's what he looks like. And his speed is the best type of combat at the beginning. But by the time he reaches level 3, looks like his melee combat is equal to his speed. He starts with 6 hit points. He can hold a maximum of 2 treasure cards and 3 boon cards in his inventory. And the Sentinel's special ability is Terrorize. As a response, pay 2 glory points plus additional glory equal to the peril value of 1 monster attacking your hero. That monster is discarded. Oh, so that's a good way to avoid a fight. You have to have a lot of glory, though. 2 more than what the peril cost is. Alright, well, we'll keep that in mind. So that was Maluvius. He will be hero number 1 in the game. Hero number 2 is Throngar, and he is a Dwarven Runecaster. Finally, someone with magic. And there's what Throngar looks like. Okay. He starts with speed, and yeah, by the time he reaches level 3, you're going to be wanting to use magic for his attacks. He starts with 6 hit points. He has a 2 treasure card limit and 3 boon card limit for his inventory. And the Runecaster special ability is the Rune Spell. Pay 1 glory to gain +1 magic for the duration of this turn. Limit once per turn. So I'm going to have to remember those abilities. Those are easy to forget when you're playing, especially when the table gets full of cards. As always, Hero 1 will be blue, so let's put his health here above the number 1 column to show he's level 1. And same thing for the Runecaster. Okay, now each of them start with 2 movement points each turn, because that's based on their speed bonus, and both of them is 2. Okay, so we've got that. Alright, now let's go up and take a look at the map. Okay, so the entrance, it's the same as the last 2 games. It's the vault entryway for this set. Heroes gain 1 peril and 1 glory every time they enter here. All 4 sides are open, as usual, for an entrance card. And it says, start here. You may not initiate a challenge on a hero here. And you may pay 2 glory to discard 1 personal heroic quest and draw 1 new one. Alright, so we'll put that back out on the table. Now to start the map for setup, I've already separated, these are all the passage cards that came in this set. So let's give them one more shuffle. We're going to draw 4 of them. And then the rest will be mixed in with the room cards. So I'll just do that real quick, and this will create the map deck. So phase 3 of every turn will be the build phase, and that's where you draw a new map card and add it to the map. And that is until you run out of map cards. Now we haven't seen all of them yet in my gameplay videos, so hopefully we see some new ones in this game. Alright, so let's go ahead and add these. Now there's got to be 1 passage on each of the 4 sides of the entrance card. So the first one here is this Grim Intersection. We've got, you gain 3 peril and 2 glory when you enter it. Cannot use the top, that's blocked. And while a hero is here, any trap he may encounter is going to have a +2 threat on it. So traps are going to be a little tougher there. Alright, the second one is the Grim Fork, also 3 peril, 2 glory, just can't go on the right, and it's the exact same thing. A lot of threat out here in these grim passageways for traps. Okay, the next one is going to be a Grim Intersection, 3 peril, 2 glory. And for this particular one, it needs, when you enter it, you're going to have to do the speed test and get a 5 or better, or you brush up against these spikes and take 1 wound. So that would not be very pleasant. Now we're going to have to put it here because the top is blocked. We can't put it there. So hopefully this one fits, and it does not. But that's okay. We can rearrange some cards here. 2 peril, 1 glory for entering this regular intersection card. There's nothing special about it. You just can't go out at the top. So we're going to just shuffle these around a little bit to make them all fit on the map. And as usual, we're going to be using figures to represent the heroes. Now, they do not match the classes. We're just going by color. So blue is going to be the Sentinel, and green is going to be the Dwarven Runecaster. So they both go to the vault entryway, and because they are there, they both start with 1 peril point apiece and 1 glory point. Okay, so we'll get that marked. Okay, now the object of the game is to be the first to complete 3 quest cards. So let's see. Now some of these quests I haven't even seen yet. Hopefully we get some new ones than what we've seen in the last 2 videos. Okay, we'll hand them out like that. So each one gets 2 personal quests that only they can complete. And then there is a global one that either one can complete. So let's take a look at the Sentinel's quests. His first one is Feed the Ancient One. Now this is a threat. He needs to go to the Black Cyst, and to complete the quest he has to overcome a speed test of 6 while at the Black Cyst. He gets to add +2 to all attempts this turn for each treasure discarded from his hand or his inventory, and each attempt uses 1 movement point. Now if we attempt this and we fail, he is going to take a wound. Okay, so his second one is Free the Prisoners. This is an escort effect quest. Now he's going to want to go to Fiends Hollow. While there, you place a marker token on the card to represent these prisoners. To complete the quest, discard the token while at the entrance. So that's where they are now, at the entrance. And while he has the prisoners, he's going to get -1 to movement each turn. Which makes sense. They would slow someone down, I imagine. Okay, so those are his 2 personal quests. Now let's see what the Dwarven Runecaster's quests are. We've got this one, the Cryptic Doors. Need to find the Turning Chamber. To complete the quest, roll doubles on the roll of 2 dice. That's what you get for attempting this, but you can add 1 additional die for each glory you pay. Each attempt to complete the quest uses 1 movement, and if you should succeed, you would get this reward, and your opponent to your left relocates your hero to an adjacent space. Okay, so basically this one, you get 2 dice for free, but for every glory point you pay beyond that, you add an extra die, and you're just trying to roll a pair, roll doubles. Okay, Burn the Dark Tome, Effect Escort. Now, for this one, you go to the Dark Altar. You place a token on this quest card to represent the Dark Tome. To complete the quest, you take the token, or you discard the token while on the Fiery Chasm location. And while you've got the tome, you gain a +1 magic. Actually, a lot of these I had last game. Maybe I should have taken them out just so we get a variety. But let's see what the global quest is. Slay Cerberak. So the treasure chamber. To complete the quest, defeat Cerberak while on the treasure chamber. So once you find it, he only has 1 hit point, and he's going to attack with magic, and he gets a +2. So he's really not that bad. All right, so those are the quests that the heroes are going to be doing. And the final step is to give each hero their hand. So we're going to start with 5 cards each. That's for the Sentinel. 3, 4, 5. There's for the Runecaster. And I will go ahead and throw my turn marker here. So we know it is the Sentinel's turn. Okay, phase 1, reset. There's nothing to reset at the beginning of the game. And phase 2 is the Dungeon Lord. So his opponent only has 1 peril point. So let's see if he has any cards that he can use. Actually, he only has 1 peril card, and it's a 3-cost card. So nothing this turn. Phase 3 is the build phase, and he draws the Black Cyst, which is exactly what he needs for Feed the Ancient One. Okay, so it's 3 peril, 2 glory. Cannot enter at the bottom. And while at the Black Cyst, you may pay 1 movement to place or remove a bridge token on the Fiery Chasm, or to place or remove a deactivated token on Transdimensional Gate. So while here, you can actually control the effects on 2 other location cards. I think that is pretty cool. All right, so where do we want to put this? It's got to. He wants it close because he's going to try to attempt that quest already. So I think we put it right here. That way he only has 2 movement. He would have 2 movement no matter where we put it. But this intersection, there are no extra trap threat or spikes he has to deal with. It's just a plain card. So that's what he's going to do. Now he's got 2 movement points to spend. So the first one will be to move into the intersection where he gains 2 peril and 1 threat. All right. And he may as well use his second movement to move into the Black Cyst. So he's going to gain 3 more peril and 2 more glory. Okay, he's out of points, movement points, but now he has 4 glory points that he can spend. Let's see if there's anything he wants to bring out. A targeted teleport. Relocate your hero to any occupied passage. So we don't need that right now, but it's a good card to have. Boots of Planting. Your hero cannot be affected by warp type cards. So, and there are a lot of warp type. Warp type cards are ones that move your character for you. So with these equipped, he cannot be moved if he doesn't want to be. A Fiend Blaster. This is a spell that he can learn that's permanent. He has +1 to magic, and as response, pay any number of glory. Each fiend in your hero space must overcome that much, however much you spend, as a magic test, or take 1 wound. Oh, I like that. Cloak of Phasing. Pay 1 glory to treat any 1 exit, including wall, as if open. Now this is really good, and that's a permanent. So you just pay 1 glory, and you can move adjacent to any space. Doesn't matter if it's locked, trapped, or a wall. I'm going to go for, now he has 4. Let's go ahead and spend 3 to bring that Cloak of Phasing out. That may come in handy later. Okay, and that's all he can spend, so now he needs to discard. And I think I'm just going to get rid of these boots. I'm not too worried about being sent other places. I draw 2 cards to get back up to 5 in my hand, and that is the end of the Sentinel's first turn. Now we go over to the Runecaster. Everything is reset. Now he has 6 peril points already, so let's see what he can do. Look at this. First turn. Now who is Ramalith? And this is what he looks like. He is the Mad Mage. You'll make a nice addition to my collection. This is the guy that we've come into the vault of the Fiends to destroy. He's causing all the problems. He's causing all of these experimental fiends. He creates them and releases them across the countryside. So this is who we've been tasked with defeating. But in this case, he controls Ramalith and is going to play him against... This is bad for the Sentinel. This early, having to deal with the boss monster. So let's go ahead and spin the 6 before I forget. And that is the cost to bring him out. Now, he can either attack melee and inflict 2 wounds if successful, or he can do magic where he inflicts 1 wound and Ramalith gains 1 health back. Well, since he's not damaged, I'm going to go ahead and do a melee attack, and he gets a +5. We're playing it on him, so let's go ahead and get a monster die out. Gets a 5 +5, so that's a 10. Now let's see here. As a response, pay 2 glory, so he cannot use his ability. He doesn't have enough. Does he have a response card that he can afford? And that is a big no. Okay. So he is just going to have to do combat with his +1 melee. This is not going to be pretty. He gets a 4 +1, so he gets a 5 to Ramalith's 10. And because it was melee, he's going to inflict 2 wounds. Now Ramalith goes over into the Runecaster's pack, and just like that, he already has 4 damage. Now he's also going to take 2 peril, 1 for each wound that he suffered. Wow. And this is out, so as long as he keeps providing peril points, this Runecaster can keep sending him over. This may be a short game. Okay, so that was the Dungeon Lord phase. The build phase, he draws a haul. 2 peril, 1 glory, just a straight across shot. So let's see where he wants to put this. Let's just put it, we'll say right up here. Okay, now he has 2 movement points to spend. Now there's nothing out here yet that he needs. None of the rooms. So he's going to spend 1 as an explore action to see if he can find a room he needs. And again, this is a passage. 3 peril, 2 glory. Now this one has a pit in it, so any character entering this corner, this passage, is going to have to test speed and get a 7 or better, or they fall in the pit and they're tipped. And you have to spend 1 movement to become untipped. So this corner card, I'm just going to throw way over there, like that. Okay, now he has 1 movement left. I think I'm going to go ahead and move him into this intersection. So he will gain 2 peril and 1 glory. That's all of his movement that he can do. Let's see if he has a card that he can spend his 2 glory points on. So we've got this dodge. Avoid all wounds from additional effects from 1 melee attack. Oh, and additional attacks. Ooh, so that's nice. Warp resistance. Target warp type card is discarded before it can take effect. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that yet. Alright, he is going to get rid of the warp resistance. That would come in handy, but these 3 I think will be better for at the beginning of the game. So I draw back up to 5 cards. That's his hand for next turn, and play moves over to the Sentinel. He collects his movement points. Now the Runecaster has 3 peril, so let's see what he can send his way. He can't even bring the son of Ramalith out, so he is going to play this Janguba. So let's go ahead and take the 3 peril away. Now the Janguba is going to attack melee with a +3 bonus. And he is attacking the Necromancer, or the Runecaster. So he gets this +3. That's only a 4. So his melee is a 0, and his ability is only to increase his magic. So that will not help in this case. So he just has to roll and hope he gets a 4 or better. And he only got a 2. So the Janguba actually does hit. He's successful. So on a successful melee hit, he's going to inflict 1 wound. So let's move this down to 5. And he gains 1 peril because of the wound. And the opponent is relocated to an adjoining space through any non-wall exit. So this is where he is. So I can move him either here or here. Let's just move him back to the beginning. And this will go in his pack. Okay, so that's the end of his Dungeon Lord phase. Now he's going to build phase. The Bloodstained Gate. 4 peril, 3 glory. And while here, pay 2 movement and 1 health to relocate your hero to any space. Now the only way you can come in is here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and put this... Oh, you know what? Very interesting. I've got a card I cannot play. So I don't know what I do in this case. Okay, so I will make a decision. Since I can't play that one, I will draw another card. This is Fiends Hollow. 4 peril, 3 glory, and anytime you enter this space, you must discard 1 card from your hand or inventory. Just can't use the bottom. So again, it's kind of like you go in here and maybe pickpockets. You know, people come out of the shadows and steal from you. This is a trap if you want to leave through this door. All right, now this one I can play, and he actually needs it for another one of his quests. So since he is at the Black Cyst already for this quest, it only makes sense to put the Fiends Hollow real close by so we can immediately start his second quest. So I'm going to put that there. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this back into the deck, into the map deck, and hope it doesn't come out anytime soon. But maybe next time it comes out, there will be a valid place for it to go. But yeah, I'm going to have to look at the ruling on that. Or if you want to leave a message, leave a comment below. I'll give you credit for clarifying that. Okay, so that was his build phase, so it is his turn. I love having this here to remind me whose turn it is. Okay, so the Sentinel has 2 movement points, and he's already at the Black Cyst for Feed the Ancient One. So let's see what this is again. To complete the quest, overcome a speed threat. Add +2 for each treasure you discard. Okay, so he needs to get a 6, and his speed is 2 right now. Does he have... He has no treasure cards there. Man, I don't know if I want to discard this Cloak of Phasing. Do I want to improve my chances? You know what? I'm going to. A completed quest is more important than this. So I'm going to discard that to get a +2. So it will cost 1 movement point. Oh, real quick, before I do this quest, I'm going to see if there's anything I want to buy. Of course, I only have 1 glory point. Nope, nothing I can buy. Okay. I'm going to spend 1 movement point to attempt to feed the Ancient One. So I've given the Ancient One my Cloak of Phasing. Like, here, will this satisfy you? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which beats the 6. So it says, yes, that satisfies me. Okay, so for succeeding, I gain 1 heroic level. So he is now level 2, which means he has gained a 3rd movement point each turn. 1 glory point. Let's go ahead and improve or raise. I raised his glory up to 2. And he recovers 1 wound. Now that's definitely needed. And I'm going to flip that over to show he has completed his first quest. Now that ends his hero phase. So now we go to discard and draw. So let's discard. I guess I'm going to get rid of Arcane Master and draw 2 more cards. Alright, those are the 5 cards for next turn. And we're going to move over to the Runecaster's turn. Reset everything. Now he only has 2. Wait a second. You know what? He did not move, so he is going to gain 3 peril and 2 glory. So yeah, that's what you gain if you do not move. You just get what's on your card where you've been. Okay, so anyway, he now has 5 peril. Not enough to play Ramalith again, but let's see what else he has. Let's see, this Ethereal Rip. Relocate a target hero in a room to any passage. So this is the green one. He could really mess up the blue. He could, because he's in a room, he could send him over to that passage over there. In fact, for 3 peril, 1, 2, 3, that's what he's going to do. So he casts Ethereal Rip. Relocate a target hero in a room to any passage. So he is in a room, and now he is in a passage. I moved him way over there. Okay, so now he only has 2 peril left. Is there anything he... Oh, look at this. We have an enchanted golem and a dark rattling. And I'm going to do both of them. Okay, so he is down to 0. Okay, let's do the rattling first. He's going to do a melee attack of 2. Now he does have 4 glory, so he could spend the 2 and then 2 more to discard this if I wanted to. No, actually, he only. You know what? I think what he's going to do, he's going to actually use his Terrorize ability on this enchanted golem because he has 2 hit points. That's going to be hard. He's going to have to hit him twice. So let's go ahead and spend 2 glory plus 1 for every peril value. And his peril value is 1, so he's just going to spend 1 more. And that discards that monster. Okay. So that does leave the dark rattling though. He gets a 2 bonus. So he got a 7 for his melee attack. And he also gets a 2. But he only rolled a 1, so he got a 3. So the rattling actually does 1 damage. And he gains 1 peril back. Then this goes back over. This goes into his pack, the Runecaster's pack. Okay. Phase 3, we're going to build. This is the armory. 3 peril, 2 glory. Cannot enter on the right side. And at the armory, on your turn, you may play 1 armor, weapon, shield, or helmet at no cost. If you do, overcome an armor golem's melee threat of 4 or take 1 wound, unless it's deactivated. And there's a dismantle armor golem quest. I haven't seen that yet in any of my gameplays. So let's go ahead and throw this armory. You know what? I'm just going to put it way over here. Don't know if it'll come into play or not. Okay, so he has 2 points now, 2 movement points. But there are no rooms out yet that he needs. So he's going to do the same thing as last time and explore. He finds a junction. 2 peril, 1 glory. Nothing special, but it's nice to have all 4 open. He'll just put it here, I guess. And I guess he's going to move just to gain some glory. He'll move into the intersection where he's going to gain 2 peril and 1 glory. So he's got 3 glory points to spend. So he can do this precision attack. It's a maneuver he could learn. Your hero rolls 1 additional die in all melee attacks. And you choose the highest die. You know what? I'm going to do that. He's going to spend all 3. And he now knows precision attack. So that's going to come in handy, because a lot of these fiends I know use melee combat. Alright, he only has 1 card allowed. Oh, he has to discard this one. Alright, now if you don't have any cards in your hand, you do not have to discard. And 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got his 5 cards for next turn. And you don't have to discard from your hand. You can also discard any treasure cards, not boons, but you can discard treasure cards or 1 monster from your pack. Those are your other options. It doesn't have to just come from your hand. All right, here we go. It is now the Sentinel's turn. He regains all of his points. I just thought he could have used an action to fight back, but I didn't think of that. Okay, so he's got 3 peril points. Let's see what he can do here. Alright. Man, that's a 4, so he can't use the sun yet. But he does have this Janguba again. It costs 3. So that's better than nothing. We need to throw something at him. Okay, so the Janguba is going to do a melee attack of 3. Okay, he's attacking him. So before he attacks, he has no glory, so he can't pay for any cards, or he can't do that. Okay, there's nothing he can do. So let's do this plus 3. He gets a 7. Now his melee, well, look, you roll 1 additional die in all melee attacks. So even though he doesn't get a bonus, I'm going to roll both of these dice for him, and he'll get to pick the highest one. But it doesn't matter, because he only got a 4, and the Janguba had a 7. So again, the Janguba does 1 wound to him, and he takes a peril. And I'm going to get to move him. The opponent is relocated to an adjoining space through any non-wall exit. I'm going to frustrate him and send him back where he just came from. All right, and that goes back to the pack. All right, that's the end of the Sentinel's Dungeon Lord phase. Now the build phase. Bloodstained Gate. All right, now we can play this one. 4 peril, 3 glory, pay 2 movement, and 1 life to relocate your hero to any space. So now we can place this at this junction. We could have also done it at the armory. Okay, so that's done. Now he has 3 movement this turn. Now, the only thing that's out that he can use is Fiend's Hollow, and that's way over here. Now, does he have any kind of warp action here? Diversion, spell, and here's a targeted warp. Relocate your hero to any occupied passage. Now that's a room, so that does not help me. Okay. So yeah, I think he is just going to have to walk it. So he's going to pay 1. Enter the Grim intersection where he gains 3 peril, 2, 3, and 2 glory. Now this has the spikes on it, so he needs to do a speed test and get a 5 or better. His speed is 3, and 2 plus 3 is 5, so he avoided the spikes. He's going to spend another movement to go into the vault entryway. He gains 1 more peril, 1 more glory, and finally he'll spend this to move into the intersection, where he will gain 2 more peril and 1 glory. Okay, let's see if he has 5 glory that he can spend. Okay, oh, we don't need that. Fiend Blaster, your hero has +1 magic as a response. Okay, so there's that spell again. He's got a response, target an attacking monster if a monster or hero of your choice in the same way, or ignores you. I gotta remember I have this. I could play that next time he plays a Romolith or whatever. Precision Arcana, it's a permanent spell. Your hero rolls 1 additional die in all magic attacks. So it's the same thing as this, but this is melee, this is for magic. Now his magic isn't very good. He gets a +1 right now. You know what, I'm going to play that, because that will help in his magic attacks. So he now has Precision Arcana. And he's going to hang on to those 2 peril points in case he needs to, I don't know, do something. In case he needs to create this diversion. Let's get rid of Fiend Blaster, I suppose. And he's at 3, so let's add 2 cards. 1, 2. That puts him at 5 for next turn. Alright, Runecaster, what have you got? Pulls those over. Now, where was he going? The treasure chamber is not the turning chamber. He needs to get, wasn't the Dark Altar out? No, I guess not. So he still has nothing out that he needs. All right. Before we do that, though, he has 7 peril. So now he's got this one, 6 for Romolith. You know what? He's just going to do that. He's going to spend all 7 and bring out Romolith and the Dark Rattling again. Okay, so to activate this, he has to spend 2, so he can't do that. Because he can activate it, but then he doesn't have glory to cancel. But he can do this. Target an attacking monster. It attacks a monster or hero of your choice in the same space, or it ignores you. So I'm going to spend this to cast this diversion on Romolith. And instead of attacking me, he's going to attack the Dark Rattling. So let's see. He doesn't need to heal. He would have used melee anyway. So he's going to get 5 plus 5, so that's 10. And the Dark Rattling will roll over here, and he gets a +2. So that's a good roll, but he only gets 8. So he actually does 2 wounds to the Dark Rattling, which kills it. Wow, that's the first time I've ever had a monster kill another monster. That was pretty cool. Alright, so that's the end of the Dungeon Lord phase. The build phase, the Fiery Chasm. That is what he needs to throw the tome in. But we just don't know where the Dark Altar is going to be. He will put this over here, though. Hopefully I can put the altar somewhere over here so it's not too far from the Fiery Chasm. Now we're talking about this guy. He's headed this way. So let's go ahead and spend 1 movement to move here. So he's going to gain 2 peril and 1 glory. I will go ahead and spend one more to move once more to this junction where he's going to gain 2 peril and 1 glory. All right, he only has 2 peril to use. Can he bring anything out? So the only thing he has is this Gem of Arcana. Your hero has +1 magic, but it needs to attach to another treasure item, and he doesn't have any out. So he just needs to discard at this point. Hide in Shadows. That's a response. No monsters may attack you. No, that's a good one to have. I guess I'm going to get rid of this Shrieking Demon. That was the most expensive one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we've got the Merc Dragon. Okay, so that is the end of his turn. He gains his 3 back. Okay. Now he has 5 peril points. Now remember, we've got the Janguba up there for 3. And what else do we have? We have this Stun Ooze. Oh, I haven't seen this yet. It's a trap. Threat of 6. If you fail, it inflicts 1 wound and the opponent is trapped. That's cool, thematically. And if you succeed, okay. So, if I bring out the Jangula again, so he's got 5, 4, 5. You know what? I'm going to bring out these 2. Because I've got plenty of space still in my pack. So let's do 5. We're going to get rid of all 5 of those. And we will do this pit trap, or this trap first. So he needs to test speed and get 6 or better. And his speed is 2. Oh, he got a 6, so he actually got an 8. So he succeeded, and he's going to gain 1 glory. Okay. Well, that backfired. You also have to keep in mind that traps affect every hero in a location. So if he would have been in the same location as me, I would have had to test also. Now we have the Son of Ramalith. I haven't played this one yet. It is a Fiend. This card's base attack scores are equal to its opponent's. Oh, so these will be the same as the Runecasters. Okay. Pay any number of peril to add that number to this card's attack this turn. Opponent chooses attack form when this card attacks. And either one will do 1. Well, I can't add any more because he's out of peril. So we are just going to, it really doesn't matter because, actually it does matter because he would get a bonus. So let's go magic. So he's got a 1, that means he's going to have a 1. So basically in this case, and there's what his son looks like right there. Yeah. Looks like an experiment. So basically whoever gets the better roll. And they get the same, both get 5. So this goes back over here. And no wounds were dealt out. That is the end of the Sentinel's Dungeon Lord phase. And his build phase, he pulls a corner, 2 peril, 1 glory. Where's this going to go? Well, I believe we're going to have to put that up there. Okay, so now his hero phase, he has 3 points, and he is still heading to the Fiends hideout, Fiends Hollow. So he's going to spend 1 to move into the junction where he gains 2 peril and 1 glory. He's going to spend 1 more to enter Fiends Hollow. Now he gains 4 peril and 3 glory. Okay. Now anytime you enter this space, you must discard 1 card from your hand or inventory. So let's see what we can get rid of. That's one of those teleport cards. I'm going to get rid of this little Impaloraptor. No problem. Okay, Fiends Hollow. Let's see what we need to do here. Free the prisoners. Oh yeah, while you're here, put a token card on this. It represents the prisoners. And you just take it back. So he needs to take it from here and take it back to the entrance. And while he has them, he's going to have -1 to movement. So what I'm going to do is take one of the movement tokens and put it on this. So he only has 2 per turn now. Okay, and I took one of the used ones because he hasn't used this. That's still available if he wants to do something else now. Which he does. He wants to move. So he's going to use his final movement to move back into the junction where he gains 2 more peril and 1 glory. All right, so he has 6 glory points. Does he want to do this? Relocate your hero to any occupied passage. And they're in the same place anyway, so he cannot use that. But that means he's going to have to discard it. It's the only card he had. And because I want to keep those 2 monsters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he gets a whole new hand for next turn. All right. Runecaster's turn. He resets his points. Now he has quite a few built up peril points here. Let's see what we can do. He can bring out Romolith, and he has these 2. He's got the Merc Dragon or Two-Tail. I think he's just going to bring out Romolith for 6. Let's go ahead and take 6 peril away. Okay, Romolith. Oh, and I gotta keep this in mind. He's immune to forced discard, so he cannot use his ability on him anyway. Okay. So let's see if he has anything, any kind of response card now. That is a permanent, instant, anytime instant. Target shift type card is discarded before it can take effect. Treat any 1 wall. It has to be played in the hero phase. All right. There's nothing he has to go against this. So now remember, he gets a bonus to magic, which means he would get plus. No, he gets to roll an extra die if he would go magic. But since he doesn't need heal, he's just going to do a regular melee. So he gets a +5 on his roll. So he gets a 10. His melee is 2. And he gets a 3, which gives him a 5. So Romolith is going to do 2 wounds to this guy. Ooh. He's going to take 2 more peril for that also. Okay. And that is the end of the Runecaster's Dungeon Lord phase. Now he draws the Turning Chamber. 3 peril, 2 glory. Anytime a hero enters this space, rotate it 180 degrees. All right. And who needed that? That is the Turning Chamber. No, that's the Treasure Chamber. This is the Turning Chamber. So actually he needed it, the green guy. So let's see where he is. He's here. So I'm thinking this would be the best place because it's only two spaces away. Okay, so that's in place now. He is going to go ahead and spend 1 movement to move into the Fiery Chasm, where he gains 4 peril and 3 glory. Okay. Now this says on the Fiery Chasm, when you enter the space on your turn, overcome a speed threat of 6 or take 1 wound. Let's say his speed is 2, and he rolls a 6, so he got an 8, so he did not take a wound. And he's going to spend his last movement point to move into the Turning Chamber. It turns 180 degrees on him. So I'll put him over here so you can still see him. And he gains 3 peril and 2 glory. 3 peril, 2 glory. And he is out of points. But let's take a look at this turning chamber. Let's see what this was. Now, each attempt to complete the quest uses a movement, so he will have to wait till next turn. Oh, this is the one where he's got to get doubles. He gets 2 free dice, but then for every glory, he gets to add a die. So he's going to want to keep some of this 8 glory. Let's see what else he has to buy, though. He's got this gem, but again, there's no treasure to attach it to. He's got healing. Now he's down to 4, and this is actually a Vitalis. This is like a spell or a skill. You recover 1 when it's played, but then going forward, you can pay a movement and 3 glory to heal 1. So I think no monsters may attack you for the duration of this combat. Oh, that's great too. I'm going to go ahead and do this healing. So he's going to spend 3. And this goes out on the table. Now this is his second boon. He can only have 3. So we'll leave it at that. And he has to discard. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this attachment. I've had it for a little while, and here's something I could have attached it to. Anyway, those are his 5 cards for next turn. Over to the Sentinel. He gets his 2 points back because his third one, he's at a -1 movement because of the prisoners. Okay, so before we do anything, he's got 7 peril points to spend. Here's 2. Prevent the effect of 1 boon or hero special ability. So he could actually cancel one of those out, but I'm not too worried about that. He has 7, so he can actually bring both of these over. This could hurt him. So he's going to spend all 7 of those peril points. We've got the Sun and Jenguba. Now he does have Hide in Shadows. No monsters may attack you for the duration of this combat. He has to do this. I hate to spend the glory, but he spends 3 to hide in the shadows, and both of these just go right back. That could have been an ugly attack. All right, so the Sentinel goes to the build phase. He draws the Flooded Chamber, 4 peril, 3 glory. Anytime you enter the space, overcome speed threat of 5 or take 1 wound. Add +1 to the threat for each ready treasure you have. So luckily, neither one of them have treasure out right now. I don't think this card's going to really come into play anyway. Man, I'm running out of places to put things. I'm going to put it way over here. And if I need to show it later, I'll move the camera. But that's where that is. It's his turn. So he is still trying to get over to the entrance. So he's going to spend 1 movement point to move into the intersection, where he's going to gain 2 peril and 1 glory. And then he's going to spend 1 more to go to the vault entry, where he gains 1 peril and 1 glory point. Alright, now let's take a look at this card again. Free the prisoners. To complete the quest, discard the token while on the entrance. He is on the entrance. I'm discarding this. It's a movement point he has not used this turn. So he gets that back. And his reward is to gain 1 heroic level. So he's level 3 now. He gains 3 glory. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, we'll add 1 there. And he's going to recover a wound, which he desperately needed. All right, and that ends his hero turn, his hero phase. Now he has to discard. He's going to discard this Bane and draw 1 card. Ooh, the Banus Soldier. All right, that was his turn. Now, the last one he has to do, he just needs to get that treasure chamber out. It's not out yet. All right, so let's go ahead and move this over. The Runecaster resets. Now, he has, what, 7 peril points. I think I know what he's going to do already. He's got a lot of the monsters here. But he is going to send Ramalith back over. So that's going to cost 6. Okay, now because of his ability that says immune to forced discard effects, that pretty much negates his terrorize ability. So he can't use that. He does have, he can roll 2 dice for magic, but he gets 3. I think we're going to go magic. Let's see, what was this? His magic is 4. And oh no, he's just going to go a melee. He doesn't need to heal, and he'd rather do 2 damage to him. So we're going to go straight melee combat where he gets a +5. And oh my gosh, he gets an 11. So he gets a +3 on melee. So he gets a 5. We know what that means. Ramalith did 2 more damage to this guy. So that's going to be he's down to 1. And he takes 2 more peril. Now, he has 1 left. He could attack. But you know what? If he would somehow pull off the counterattack, that would kill him. So he is not going to counterattack. So we're going to let that go. All right. It's the Runecaster's build phase. There's the treasure chamber. That's what he is waiting for that global quest. You gain 2 peril and 2 glory. On your turn, you may play 1 treasure at no cost. Collect peril equal to the glory value of that card. All right. So it's this guy playing the card, this guy needing the card. So he is going to put it way over here to make him have to go all that way to get to it. Plus, he could attempt this anyway. Actually, he could get over here and probably do it before he gets there. And steal that quest from him. All right, well, let's see what he's going to do. He has 2 points to spend. The Dark Altar is not out yet. Oh, he's in the Turning Chamber. He is attempting this one. That's right. Okay, well, he's going to spend 1 movement point, and he's going to spend the 2 glory he has to add 2 dice. So originally, the quest gives you 2 dice for free. He spent 2 glory to get 2 more. So out of these 4, he hopes to roll a pair. And he rolls, that was a 5. He rolls 2 5s. Wow, that was close. I was afraid he didn't do it for a second there. Okay. So let's see what happens. Succeed. Opponent to your left relocates your hero to any adjacent space. So I'm going to send him. Okay, and I'm going to pull this card up close to show you why. I'm going to send him to the flooded chamber. Now this doesn't take place because he's being forced into there. But the reason I'm doing it is because this is a wall. He can't go this way. So he's going to have to go back up and around to get to that treasure chamber. Okay, so I put him there. His rewards, he gains 1 heroic level. Yay. And he recovers 1 health. And that is also a yay. And by completing this, he ends his hero phase and goes straight to his discard phase. Okay, he will discard. I'm going to get rid of the Merc Dragon. That didn't. Opponent to any pass. No, this really messed up character last time. I'm going to keep that trap. Let's get rid of the boots. I'm going to draw 2 cards to add to his hand. He now has 5 again. Okay, now let's go over to the Sentinel. He's going to gain all this back. Now his problem right now is his life. Does he have any way to heal? Secret Door, Shift Resistance, Potion of Speed, Banus. No, he has no way to heal. The Dark Altar is not out. That is a location where you can go to heal. It's not ideal because you take peril for it also, but at this point, I guess all he can really do is spend points to try to get over here to the treasure chamber. I want to look at one thing again. Well, before we do all that, let's do the... Oh, he has 0 peril? Wow. Oh, wait, no. How does that work? He was here, but he was sent here. Oh, I don't know how this works, because normally if you don't move, you get the peril and glory from the card that you sat on. But he was forced to move, but normally you don't get the peril and glory from the card that you're forced. I bet you there's a wording in the rules that say wherever you end up, like whether you were forced there or not. I don't know. I'm just going to play it that way. I'm going to give him 4 and 3 because I know he had to have taken some amount. So that's what we'll say, 4 and 3. He doesn't have any peril cards in his hand. So he's going to spend all 4 of those peril to send the Son of Ramalith over again. So this is the one where the melee and magic match the heroes. And he's just going to do, since he gets help with melee, he's going to do a magic attack. So they're both just going to roll a die. Since it's the same, it doesn't matter what the bonuses are. Oh, you know what? But he can pay 1 glory to gain a magic bonus. Okay. So essentially, he's going to have a +1. All right, he rolls a 2. He got a 1 + 1, so it gives him a 2. And it's tied. So no wounds were dealt. Wow, that was weird. Okay, so now it's his build phase. And he finds the Transdimensional Gate. 3 peril, 2 glory, can't use the bottom. Unless deactivated at the Black Cyst, you may pay 1 movement to relocate your hero to any grim passage. You know what, let me take a look. Are there any grim passages over here? There are not. I thought maybe that would be a quick way to get him over in this area, but it's not. So let's put this right here, which doesn't make sense because it's by all the grim passageways, but that's fine. Yeah, we're just going to do that. Okay, so he has 3 movement points. Boy, does he need to heal. But for now, he's just going to head this way. He's going to gain 2 peril, 1 glory for that. 1 glory, man, he's got a lot of glory. Okay. He's going to spend this to move to this junction where he gains 2 peril and 1 glory. Let's take a look again. See, he's got to be able to buy something. I mean, he has 13 peril points. Oh, you know what? Find a secret door. Treat any 1 wall in your space. Okay. Now that's a free movement. Alright, we gotta keep that in mind. Target shift type card is discarded now. Oh, Potion of Speed, right here. This is what he needs. Okay, he's gonna drink this Potion of Speed. It's gonna cost 2. And that's basically, I'm gonna go ahead and just discard this. Well, no, I'm gonna leave it out because it's good for the whole turn in case he has to use speed for something else. But that's gonna give him 2 more movement points, which I'll do like this. Okay, so he's going to use one of those extra ones to go into... We'll go into... Here he has... You know what? He'll just go into the fiery... No. Okay, he will go into Fiend's Hollow. So he gains 4 peril. Wow, so 10. He's up to 11 peril. And he gains 3 more glory. This is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Having this much peril and this much unused glory. That's not right. Okay, so he wants to move into the armory, but there is a trap for 5. But that's okay because he has right now 2. He gets a +5, so he automatically succeeds. So, okay, I'm not going to worry about that. We use another movement point to go into the armory, where he's going to gain 3 more and 2 more glory. Oh, jeez. Okay, and he has 1 point left. He can get to this treasure chamber. What I was thinking about, though, is this Find Secret Door. It's an instant. Treat any one wall as open. Oh, it's only a wall. I thought you could go through anything. I guess. I was trying to get a free movement out of it. Shift Eldritch. Okay, there's still nothing. Alright, well, he will spend this to move into the treasure chamber, where he gains yet 2 more and 2 more. But, you know, I guess it's not impossible because they have spots for 20, over 20. Okay, on your turn, you may play 1 treasure card at no cost. Collect peril equal to the glory value of that card. I don't think I'm going to do that. No, because I do not need any more peril for him to play against me. But I do have plenty that I can spend. I'm going to buy this hero for sure. He's 4. So that takes me down to 14. And what that's going to do is give me a +1 for melee attacks. When played, place a token on the card. At any time you may discard a token or the card to get an additional +2 this turn, or to prevent 1 wound. Ooh, that's going to help him with his low health, as long as it's melee wound. Okay, we'll put that token right there. And I've got to remember to discard that at the end of the turn. Alright, he still has 14. I think I'm just going to hang on to those 14 points. Now, what does this say? Okay, this is a slay. To complete it, defeat Cerberak. Oh, look at this. Okay. So, Cerberak gets a +2 for magic. Let's work this out. What does he have? Okay, nothing here. Oh, I can't... Oh, geez. I moved on, didn't I? I forgot to check that spell. I mean, that quest. Shoot. No, wait. No, I'm still in my hero phase. Yeah, okay, is there anything I can use here? No. No, no. Wait, anytime you may pay any number of glory to add that to your next magic attack. Oh, look at that. 3. I'm going to spend those 3 to spend Eldritch Mastery. Okay. Trying to keep straight what I've got here. Okay. I am going to attempt this since it's free. My hero phase is still... I was just finishing up what cards I played before I completed this quest, right? To complete the quest, defeat him. So he's going to attack using magic. And he gets a +2. Now I can't use this because I can't discard a a quest monster. So using magic, he gets a +2. Plus, your hero rolls 1 additional die. Plus, anytime you may pay any number of glory to add that number to your magic test. To your next magic attack. Okay. So, if he has a +2, the most he can get is 8. I already have a +2. Okay, so that cancels each other out. His 2 and his 2. So right now they're even. I get to roll 2 dice, or he gets to roll 1. And let's say he rolls a 6 and I roll a 1. I'm going to want to add. So I'm going to pump in 7. So instead of 11, I'm going to go down to 4 glory. Okay, so I've got 7. I've got 7 to add to my magic, 8, 9 to add to my magic, and I get to roll an extra 1. So I get to add 9, and he gets to add 2. All right, he gets a 6, and I get to I get to add 9. Okay, and I'm gonna go with I guess I'll go with a 4. And so I got 13. So you know what that means? Third quest complete. Man, that was a slaughter, and he had 1 health left. Man, this one was a pretty good game. I mean, Ramleth has been out the whole game hounding at the Sentinel. He's down to 1. He pumps up at the last and is able to blast away that last quest monster. Wow. Very impressive ending. Plus, the fact that, well, he wasn't close. He still had this one. The Dark Altar never came out. The Bridge did, the Chasm, where he was to throw the tome, but he hadn't found the tome yet. So, yeah, that's very interesting. I do wish I would have taken the quest cards from Game 2. I wish I would have taken those out. That way these would have been all brand new quests. But anyway, that just means in future games, I'll still see new stuff that I haven't seen before. All right, and that's going to wrap up my series for Vault of the Fiends. I like to just play all the characters so you get a feel for each of the characters, and not necessarily all the cards. Maybe you can discover the rest of those if you purchase this yourself. And that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and I do plan on doing a series for the next expansion, or the next set that they released. So hopefully get that out relatively soon. Until then, see you next time.